Hello. How is everyone doing today? I'm in a bit of a different place today. If you can't tell, I'm in London. I couldn't exactly tell you where, to be honest. All I know is that the London Eye is to my right. I can see it over there, and then behind me is Parliament and Big Ben, etc., etc. Now, a bit of a random one today. So I was just in. I flew home from university yesterday morning. I got home at like 10 o'clock yesterday morning, and then I was at home seeing family and stuff because I hadn't seen them for 5 or 6 weeks, after obviously being at uni for the first term. So I came home because I had a reading week, so I thought I'd come home, and then I got the train with my dad this morning into London because we were watching a Palace game tonight. Palace are playing AZ Alkmaar, massive game. And now my dad's in a meeting. I'm just wandering around London, really, just exploring and seeing what's going on. Had a meeting this morning with someone who my dad knows. This meeting we've met this guy who is an investment banker, kind of like a financier, very astute person, really really nice guy. And I kind of my dad set it up because obviously I was speaking to him about wanting to do finance, etc., etc. And yes, it was a really really good meeting, really really nice guy, nice to understand like what they do and stuff. But it's just making me realise kind of more and more so that I'm not wanting to go into that 9 to 5 pivot. And now I'm at kind of a crossroads in what to do. Do I pursue finance and kind of make money and dedicate my 20s and 30s to kind of just my head in my laptop and kind of licking someone's ass to kind of go up the career ladder, and then when I'm maybe 40, then I can earn a couple million and retire, maybe if I'm lucky? Or do I go and do something that I'm genuinely passionate about and then just kind of see where that goes? I think it's a really tough decision to make. Like, I know I enjoy speaking to the camera. I know I enjoy speaking to you. But it's a really, really tough decision to know kind of where that lies in regards to, is that just a hobby, something I enjoy, or is that a career? Is that something I can materialize and turn into something? I love to travel and go to see wildlife and meet other people, meet you, and see what's going on in the world. But where does the money come from in that? Like, we all need money to live and to survive, really. And I feel guilty bringing children into this world if I can't support them and can't kind of guide them and brought the way my parents did to me, because my parents were always there for me and always supported me, and still do now. And I want to be able to do that for my child or my children. And I'm just worried that potentially I may not be able to do so if I then pursue something that I'm passionate about. Because as I said, I don't know where the money comes from. I don't know if it's that rudimentary choice between money or happiness. I'd maybe get a lot of money by going and becoming a financial advisor or a wealth equity kind of manager or something. But will I be happy? I don't know. I don't know. Is that the price you pay for that wealth? Is that the entry fee? Or do I kind of chase something I'm passionate about? And maybe at the moment I don't know exactly what that is. I don't know if that's such a bad thing, really. So lots of questions kind of came off the back of that conversation. Lots of things to think about. Lots of things to ponder and to kind of hold in my head, really, and to resonate with. And so I'm glad I'm kind of getting to that point now when the crossroads, but it's also really scary as well because I don't know what I want to do. But I'm excited by that. I use it as fuel, but it can also leave me uncertain as well, because some people know that they want to go in and do this and go in and do that, and they want to go and be scientists and stuff. But I just don't really feel that passionately about it. Something. And how do you know what that passion is? That enough for a career? Is that Is that enough to pursue something full time? Is that enough to dedicate your life to something? And so as I say, like, so many questions and stuff to think about. How do I decide what I want to do with my life? How do I decide what I want to wake up every day and pursue? How do I decide? Like, did Einstein know as soon as he was born that he wanted to be a mathematician? Like, how do you decide what you love enough to do with the rest of your life? Will we ever truly know? I also feel we're kind of pivoting into a time now where having like an ordinary 9 to 5 and something you start when you're 20 and then retire out of when you're 60, 65, it's kind of dying out. Like, obviously the older generation still do so and still are kind of getting to the back end of that. But our generation, I don't know. I think COVID put a real spanner in the works there in regards to kind of deciding what we want to do. Especially for me, before COVID, I wanted to do law, and I was kind of dead set on doing law. I really thought it was something I wanted to pursue. I really thought it was something I could see a future in. I really thought that was something I enjoyed. And then taking time out, and I think the main thing from that, the reason I decided it wasn't what I wanted to do was because of working in the same room as my stepmom, who's a lawyer, and the things she had to put up with, and the way people spoke to her, also the kind of day-to-day life. It doesn't stimulate my mind really. Like my mind's very strange. It's a bit like Oobleck. There's a dog chasing a squirrel here. It's quite funny. Dog. Yeah, a bit like Oobleck. When it's not being touched, it's very soft and malleable. But and when I kind of pay attention to it, then it can get very hard and focused on stuff. I think everyone's mind's a bit like that, really. I'd be interested to know how you feel in terms of, do you know what you want to do? Do you think it's something that we're kind of born with, or it's something that's programmed into us? And if you do feel that you kind of, say for example, you're a practicing doctor or practicing whatever you're practicing, whether that's business, chemistry, physics, and you know you want to go into something, like, let me know. When did you know? What led you to the moment you discovered that you wanted to do that with your career? Because I've done so many things and studied so many things, and I'm like, I really enjoy this, I really like this. But when does it transcend that boundary of being something you enjoy, then going to something that you want to dedicate the rest of your life to? You want to dedicate every hour of the day to something that you want to prioritize over seeing your wife and your family and your kids. Because ultimately, that's what the extent is. If I go into finance and pursue that role, it's 60-70 hours a week. I'm not going to see my kids that much if I'm doing that. I'm not going to see my family that much if I'm doing that. Do I want to be... It's such a tough decision to make. Is that security, or you go for that freedom based on something either that you think is profitable or something that you love and you're passionate about? I don't know how we're expected to know that, and how we're expected to understand the kind of the gravitas of the decision we need to make. Especially young people. I'm 20. I still feel like a young person. I think I am. I don't know when the cutoff is really. But when was I really asked what I wanted to do, what I enjoyed? It's always what you're good at. I was always very good at history, hence why I chose that. I really enjoyed it at school. But I don't want to be a historian. I don't want to spitball facts about what caused the Great Fire of London, or whether Napoleon was a good guy or a bad guy. I don't really care, to be honest. He lived his life. He did great things. But like, everyone disagrees with that. Everyone has their own belief and their own kind of opposition to that. But I also don't want to just occupy a numerical role in a pool of other numerical roles. I don't want to be a HR rep within a global company. Like, my job doesn't matter, does it? It's not helping anyone. And ultimately, I think that's what I want most out of a role. I want something I can do that can help other people, improve their quality of life, make real change in the world. I used to care about being remembered and being kind of heralded as something, but I realised that those that are heralded as things never see the fruition of that in their lives. Van Gogh wasn't appreciated or kind of merited in his life. Not to an extent, not to any of the comparable extent after he died. In his life, he was a mere artist. Once he died, and centuries after, then he was appreciated and kind of celebrated and rejoiced as this hugely talented figure, as he should have been, rightly so. It seems like as people we just want to live our lives. We wake up and we do our thing, we do what suits us, we spend time with friends, family, loved ones, as we should. And it's such a tough one. It really boggles my mind, and it's something I've been thinking about a lot. It's exciting, really, really exciting, and knowing that once I come out of university in a couple of years, I can do whatever I want and whatever I see fit. But it's also extremely daunting, that freedom, that open sea. It can be exciting, but also extremely daunting, because you know that, like in the sea, misstep and kind of you can drown easily if things don't go to plan. Leaving note, I'm gonna leave you one thing today. Yeah, so I just heard that Evo Hogs. You heard that right? Evo Hogs have been released on Clash. Mate, the game's actually so gone. Why have we got Evo Hogs on Clash? It's so cooked. Game used to be so good. I'm so good with that game. But oh my days, what are they doing? They're chasing a squirrel in the road, and it's just almost got hit by a fucking car. Bruv, people are strange. That's the world we live in. Hope you guys have a brilliant rest of your day. Or you, sorry, I shouldn't say you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next week.